Once again, you all are welcome in my channel. Today we are going to discuss a very important topic, and first of all I would like to thank you all for giving me such a huge response on my earlier video on plagiarism. Now today's topic is very important. In the earlier videos I told you and give you a method how to remove a plagiarism. Now in this video I'll tell you how to, while writing, how you can remove the plagiarism and how you can avoid it, rather than you have a plagiarism content and you are going to remove it. In this video I'll try to tell you how to avoid plagiarism. So this video is going to be a very interesting, so I'll request you all to watch till end, and without wasting time, let us start this video. So to the begin with, first of all, what is plagiarism? That we all know, plagiarism is when you take someone else's work and present it as your own. This is another sort of cheating. Basically, you are presenting someone else's work in your own. So in the world of academic writing, it's considered dishonest. Plagiarism breaches numerous standards of ethics and it's subject to various penalties. So actually plagiarism is really a serious threat for those who are pursuing their PhDs and masters, because they spend day and night for getting their results, but due to taking someone else task into your own, they will this will totally destroy their career. So since prevention is better than cure, I'll advise you to just avoid the plagiarism, better than to caught in someone's hand. So this is the one thing. Now, why do students plagiarize in the first place? So the answer is, some may plagiarize other people's work without even knowing it. This can be caused by lack of experience, because everyone in their field, they started with a beginner, so sometimes they are not deliberating doing it, but due to the lack of experience this may be happen. So another reason for plagiarizing is spending too little time on research. Yes, this is another important reason why the plagiarism happen, that is spending too little time on research. So either way, if your work is filled with plagiarism, it's very bad news to you. It means that you were trying to present someone else's thoughts, findings and ideas as your own, which is a serious academic threat. So though it is not a crime, but plagiarism can still lead to charges of copyright infringement. In some cases, some journals will blacklist you if they caught the plagiarism content, and most of the societies also blacklisted you. Not only you, but also they blacklisted the university from where you are pursuing your PhD. So be careful while writing your research articles. It must be plagiarism free. So now the question arises, what are the type of plagiarism? Because several researchers do not know what the exactly plagiarism is. So the first one is the paraphrasing. Paraphrasing, I think everybody knows. Even though to avoid plagiarism, it is also possible to actually cause it while using this technique. It's all about doing it right, and just any tiny component added to paraphrasing can help you keep from plagiarizing material. Paraphrasing basically means to to read someone's articles and write it in your own words. So actually you're writing it in your own words, but the thought process is of somebody else. So this comes under the plagiarism. So while paraphrasing, in this video I'll cover how to do the correct paraphrasing. So stay tuned. So Now, the second type of plagiarism which generally the people are not awareing about is the self plagiarism. It might not seem wrong to reuse work that you have written in the past because it is yours work, but it is actually is. This is the problem. The problem is that this work has already been evaluated. So unless you acknowledge that you are using your own previous finding, it will classified as plagiarism. So now several I found several professors, they at the end they claim that this is my own work that I did earlier. So since I am an editor, I many papers I get for the review, so several times they explained that this is my own content that I am taken. So but still, if you are not quoting it, then it comes in self plagiarism. So move towards the next one. The third one is piling up sources. Usually this is one of the more of the unintentional cases of plagiarism. That means the main content characteristics of the work only contains source materials. They may be properly cited, but if there is no original thoughts or idea from the author of the paper, it is still plagiarism. So be careful while writing a paper, while taking the content from somebody other sources. You must have to give a credit to him. So the next one is the direct copying. This is the very serious threat. This is the most obvious one, and the name explain it all. It's using another person's work completely unaltered and without referencing the sources. This is a crime, and I request you all, those who are watching me, please don't do the direct copying of anyone's material. It is a serious crime. So the next one is how to avoid plagiarism. Now the most interesting part is get started, that is how to avoid the plagiarism. So finally we have reached the most interesting part, and this I will cover in my next video. So till then, stay tuned. Bye bye, thank you, and we will meet soon again.